So you join me back. Well, I say back, it's probably the first time, well, it is the first time you guys have been to Highfield Road Mark II. Quite a lot of progress has happened over the last few months. Now, just to give you a bit of the backstory, I moved into this property back in April, and I think it was around about March, February time last year. No, it's still this year, sorry. That I put a little video out to say farewell to the old Highfield Road, which we had in the summer house at the old property. But yeah, fast forward now to November. As I said, some work has happened on the, I would like to say the layout, but it's not quite a layout yet, but we've had some work done up here in the loft, which I've been progressing with. So when we came to look at this property, we were quite fortunate that, as you can probably see behind me, the loft is very open plan, and if I move out the way, there's only two beams. There's one here going down to the floor, and there's one which goes off that way as well. So I'm very fortunate that I'm not got to do too much ducking and diving between the beams, and I've got a massive space in here to work on. So I've measured it roughly. I think I've got, if memory serves, I think we've got 15 foot going that way down the back of the wall, and then I've got 12 foot going down the sides. I will show you what I've done so far, but yeah, that's significantly more space than I'm used to, and which I've had before on the previous layouts, except from the old, or should I say the original Dugmer Junction, which was in my dad's layout. Sorry, my dad's loft. That was significantly bigger. Well, it was bigger than this anyway. So yeah, but no, this is nice. This is the second biggest layout I'm going to have a chance to work on and make it my own. So what have we been doing then? Well, I guess I'm not going to bore you too much and show you pictures and videos of it all. It is a bit boring when there's no trains going around, but basically what's happened is that there was just floorboards when I come up here. So the first port of call was to get up here, underlay and carpet the loft to make it a bit more comfortable on the old feet. So I've done that with loads of offcuts of carpet and some old underlay. That took me a little while to do. Finances to be able to afford to get the underlay and the carpet. Just had other things going on with moving in as well. We have to spend the money on. And then that progressed on to then creating storage. So I had to put some storage in, obviously, for all the household goods, which, you know, we want to store, and all the keepsakes which we have. So to my left here, your right, I put some boards in here, some MDF and plywood which I had left over from the old layout, and just put them against the side of the attic with some drop down supports, and then I put some lift up hatches underneath. So let's quickly show you those now. So there's the well, if I come up, there's the boards. They're not painted great. They're just a make do for now. Really does show up bad on the camera, so I will go over those again. But yeah, I've put some boards all the way in there, and as you can just about see behind there, I've attached them to some drop down legs. And what I've done, I've put one every third beam, and then fixed the back boards to those, and they drop down. It's all boarded, so it is a mix between MDF and ply, all off cuts from the old railway mostly, or just bits and pieces I had to buy just to fill in the gaps. So that end one down there's got a lift up underneath, so if I want to get access to anything I can just pull it up, and then if I spin around, that's the same there. Now interestingly enough there, that is my old desk I used to have at Highfield Road, but it was starting to warp a little bit, so yeah, I decided, and it was really badly marked, as you can see. I had a bit of a water ingress in it, so I thought, no, that can do as a little hatch door on when I get the railway up in the loft in the new place. So there it is. So here we go then. We move on to something more familiar. So those of you who were following me way back when, that is the original, well, the only surviving scenic board from Highfield Road, which we had in the summer house. It was my favourite part of the layout, so I decided to keep it. So I'm going to try and reintegrate that into this layout. But yeah, what I wanted to do was get these drops downs in against the wall. It's going to go out of focus because the light's pretty poor up here at the moment. And then try and use those as support so I could reutilise the old boards. So as you can see there, I've made use of some of them. If I just spin around, it's going to go out of focus maybe. As you can see, I've still got some more here to utilise, and the plan is I will utilise down here for field yard or storage area or something like that. But anyway, I'll come back to that later. So yeah, I've managed to put these in now. Here, plan is to potentially have a viaduct. So that's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking as the trains come, ignore the station, that's not going to be there. As the trains come around on a slight elevation, they come around the curve and then down, and then they curve around a bit, so there's a bit of movement in the trains. They come down. It'd be a nice place there to film the trains coming down the main line, and then over the viaduct, and then off past the old section of Highfield Road. And then there will be something coming down there to block it off, so tracks go behind, and then 2 come off in front. Well, actually, no, telefib, there'll be 4 in front. 2 will come off from this board, but the boards which will be beyond, there'll be another 2 which go off and then go that way. So it'll be kind of a triangle effect or something along those lines. The idea is that I want to have a roundy in that short space from this end to the other side of the loft, and have that 2 lines just for electrics only, so I can have some pantographs and put them on the layout. I don't want to do it across the whole of the layout, because I think it's going to be a massive job. So I thought if I can have just two lines going around from there, coming all the way down the back here, and all the way down there, and in and around, just a roundy in itself, that'll look nice to have some electrics running around. And then obviously have the 2 main lines then coming off of the main layout coming across as well. And potentially some sort of fiddle yard over there. So I'm trying to rush this through, because I know my partner's keen for me to go downstairs and have some tea. So I'll try and get through this as quickly as I can. And these are some more boards I've put in. So I've gone with the MDF, and I've sealed it with some interior varnish, all of it, just to try and stop the moisture getting in. There's another gap here. Now what I'm going to do there, I don't know at the moment. Probably some sort of bridge section, road underneath, motorway, hillside, not sure. Got a bit of a modeller's brain block on that one. So any suggestions, I'd be appreciated. It's 725mm, if that helps, a gap from one side to the other. Then we come across, let me just duck down this beam. Oh, this is where I've got some more boards here, and it comes around. Now this is, the line's going to come across here. Ignore the work area for now, it's just temporary. And then what will happen is the lines will run off down. As you can see, the varnish is still wet on those boards I've done this evening. Down off that way to the layout and back into the storage yard and off to where the electrics will go around and around. But the main part of this layout is, I think, is probably going to be this part here. So the idea is to have the trains come in off the main line in here, and this is a 6x2 board of MDF, and the plan is to have a nice TMD. I've always wanted to showcase the locomotives we've got, so I thought if I can have a nice 6x2 bit of board, I can certainly make a nice depot up there where maybe I can have like 6 or 8, or if not 10 locomotives on display at one time. Got all these locomotives and they just tend to sit in boxes, so yeah, it'd be nice if we can have them on display. As you can see, like I mentioned at the beginning, the carpet is all a bit of a mismatch here, but it serves a purpose and it does the job, so there we go. What other things we have to do? Obviously, all the baseboards I've done myself. They're not perfect, but they're okay. I'm happy with them. And then I've obviously gone around all the baseboards, and I've painted all the edgings black as well, just like I did on the old layout. Put my mount up for my controller and my little shelf there as well. So that'll be where I'll be sitting and playing trains most of the time. But yeah, as you can see, there is plenty to work from. So I'm looking forward now to trying to get rid of this modeller's block and decide what I actually want. I've got so much stuff flitting around in my mind, but I just can't seem to nail something down. And the last thing I want to do is go and start building it, put it down, and then want to change it. So it's pretty much an open canvas. I'm not sure, like I said, what's going on here at all really at the moment. I don't even know what's going to happen down here or down there.
All I know is this is going to be a TMD coming back around. This corner is going to be a nice curve around, which is radius 4 on the inside, and I've used FlexiTrack on the outside to get the right gaps so there's no clipping the coaches. That's the idea there, is that the trains can come around that corner down. Now it doesn't look like it on the camera, but that track actually does swerve in and curve a little bit, so it's got a bit of movement as the coaches come down, so you're not just seeing trains coming straight down. I want a little bit of movement in the coaches bend and the locos bend. It looks a bit nicer for the film. Over the viaduct, I think that's the plan anyway. Like I said, then off the old Highfield Road section, then that will go off to the storage section and then onto the main line, which comes down here and join up with the electrics. But yeah, without repeating myself now, I think I've gone over everything. Don't think there's anything else much to say. No, that's about it. So yeah, blank canvas. If anyone's got any suggestions on what I could possibly do on this layout, because I am stuck, leave some comments below and let me know. And if I like the ideas, I'll do my best to implement on the layout. Anyway, it's just a short update today, guys. I wanted to let you know, like I said, where we were from the Highfield Road Mark II. Not sure if that's going to be the name, if it's going to stick in the future, but that's where we are at the moment. Big welcome to all the new subscribers. Thank you to the existing ones. Don't forget to hit the like button. Please subscribe if you're not. My statistics say only like 90% of my viewers are unsubscribed. So if some of those 90% can start hitting that button, it'd be muchly appreciated. Anyway, everybody, you enjoy your weekend. I'll try and push this video out if I can tonight, if not tomorrow. And I will be back when there is more progress on Highfield Road Mark II. Ta-da, everybody. See you later.